Tuesday here. Looking for a completion of the dollar getting crushed into the end of the week. So last night I put on that trade, double click. That was the 8 hour, 2 to 18 pips deep with a 30 pip stop. And this is what it plays out like. So if you look at the, right here you can see the fills. So at about this time, we were at double top, and there probably was people selling. You know, people sell at tops. But it's really, how far is your target away, you know? So looking at this, we're still long on that top ticket because the target has not been hit yet. And had I put in a denser rack here, I would have made more money. So I'm just getting into these 25 pip pockets here. So, given the right size, and of course you can make this anything you want. This is what it looks like now. You can actually buy a 10K in a 1 pip zone without repeating your entry price on a 5 decimal broker. So you might want to consider that if you want to diversify. Of course, when you hit that buy limit button and those tickets start to come in, they may end up at the same price, because by the time the server reads your request to buy X deep, right? So it's 1 pip below. This is a pip apart, but you can make this, depending on your broker, letting you trade close to the spread or inside of it. 0.1 all the way to 0.5. That is a half a pip of 5K without repeating the entry. And different targets too. So that is what you consider ridiculous is possible, and it fits the concept to a T. In other words, you're saying, I'm not repeating any entry prices. I am not. But if this was 3 pips apart all the way down, and how long does it last? 8 hours. That's all you need to know. Now this, on the other hand, are the hand drops. These are not double clicks, and this is a whole more difficult launch, because now you've got to drop it somewhere. You got to pick how deep, how high in the market, how low. This is different. So this is what I use on a tablet, because I can just look at the market at a glance and go, you know what? This could tank. And it's as simple as that. From the limit standpoint. Now, at the market's a completely different story. And I have market tickets. Right? So people usually trade or think they need to trade to make money scalping. Well, here, this is a scalp in a sense. If these are set up to take profits along the way, then it's going to look like this. You know, you're going to be buy, you're out of something here. Whereas in this one, I think my entrance is here, and my exit starts to get out. Not because I looked at the structure. It's just because the script is set up to just take off 8 pips. So that's where the non-analytic, there's no analysis involved in that. Profit is just a sake of price movement. And I mean, I guess if they don't fill those tickets, another thing is that there is no risk. This guy with the risk, I'm like, stop it. Stop with the risk problems. Yeah, you're trading. It's like every time you get in the car, do you shit your pants? Oh, sorry, I swore. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to the store, I could get killed. You might as well just stay home, get that Uber, the Lyft guy to bring you more whatever you need. So Yeah, and you're just at the mercy of the market, so nobody wants to be like that, so they think they can control this by analyzing and stuff. Now, this is the euro versus the yen, and another one of these classic, okay, the scalpers are short. They're about to buy back their shorts because they shorted the new high, and that's a great trade. Right, this is your classic trade. This is what the brothers were doing that day. They go, I can't tell you what I'm doing. So they did. They marked off this high, and they said, you know what? We're going to sell up there, anywhere up there, and we're going to get out when we pull back into previous support, which is, well, on the time clock, it's here on the 15-minute chart. That is a real turning point. Because look how it went down. This is the old higher high, higher low. This Dow theory. Don't make fun of other traders. So what's a good trade plan here? And this is the scalp. We'll buy here for an hour. Right. Another hour I could put for 8 hours. I can buy 2 pips deep all the way down. I think I've covered everything there because I've covered the long-term deep tickets and the short-term 1 hour. So all I could do all day is keep plugging away on the tablet on that. And just be, okay, pull it back. I'm ready. I got my tickets. Look, where is the risk? I know exactly what this costs me every time I hit this button. Every time I go like that. And I go like this. I know, okay, I hit 2 of those. This one's got a deeper stop. Let me show you how unrisky it is. It's just not, I don't know, people. So here is 2 pips. Now this is kind of risky because 8 hours of exposure there. That's 8. It's high probability of getting filled, and maybe you want to get filled. Maybe you got money in the account. Look at this. Euro versus pound is just ready to crush into fresh lows. Would you buy that? I would buy that. Now, on the 1 hour chart, you look like, oh, I don't know. It looks like it's going to go right off the chart. Like, what the hell's going on here? I don't know. It looks risky. And you come like this, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's like, where is that? You go to the 4 hour chart. Oh, that's a great buy because this whole area here, I mean, and let's just take a look at the classic movement of this currency pair. Sure, this went up, but that took just hours upon hours, like 3 days. Turn around, go down. Okay, not a clean move down. If you double click these scripts to throw this stuff in, you're doing it here. When the market's here, you're putting in buy limits. It's not like you got another choice. Now, at the market right now, I would buy the euro at the market right now. Why? Because we made it all the way, broke out, pulled back. So this is what people consider fake outs. It's not a fake out to the guy that has a wide stop. It's an entry. So for the true confirmation guy, he says, I'm putting a stop here at the high of the previous day. And it gets filled. He's like, it's all right. I got to stop down here. And my target is here. And I'm a break-even trader. So shut up with your criticism. Stop criticizing my trading. But look at this juicy entry here. You got a buy limit here. You have a sell limit here. You go against the goober. Cash out. Why would you buy now? Because it came back to the middle of this whole thing. Right, you're in the middle of the box. If this is really a breakout and Goober's right, then you're going to buy. When a Goober gets filled, you're going to press the buy limit button. It's as simple as that. And it's going to buy limits all the way down. But it would be the same thing here. As soon as you make a double top, if you think that that is a sell, you could sell it with a stop here and ride it all the way back to here. But your exit has to be at this 50-yard line. Or at least on the way to it. Constantly getting out of something. Because if you don't cash out during all this stuff, what you're saying is that you're the kind of person, the style of trader, and it all depends. If you never scale in or scale out, everything is a one trick, everything's a one trade for you, you would have wanted to buy here. And you'd hold it until maybe it takes out the top of this. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm making money. But also, this is the bottom that is becoming a top on the 30-minute chart. Now, it's not perfectly turning around there, but everybody's aware of this low. Okay, everybody, even the banks, they know if they're buying, this top becomes a bottom, so they buy in anticipation of this. That does not happen. They do not trade with stops. Their stops are so wide. They had luxury of saying, you know what? I know he bought a zillion here, but we're going to get out there and go flat. And it's like it never happened. That's why the market returns that price. But that's happening on a 30-minute basis too. So if you bought here and it tanks all the way down, where are you going to get out? About there. Or if you bought here and your stop is here, then you're going to get out here and you're going to claim your system works. All the backtesting people do is so silly because they never have it's the stop you put in and the take profit you put in. It's not where you got in. It doesn't matter where you get in. You know, in a sense. Because even if you got in to go long right here, if you have too tight a stop, you're out. You never ride it to here. So having a stop that's 50 pips, having all those trade plans available for anything that comes your way. It's like having a department store. You've got every category filled. You can't fuck this up. So the big mistake is people come at this and they go, well, I'm going to get in here. I'm going to risk 2% on my account. I don't think the market is looking at your account and saying, I think you could afford this trade. Let's risk 2% on some harebrained bullshit, Gartley scanner, fucking harmonic Carney shit. There, I said it. So, just fucking harebrained shit. Like, why don't you go read tea leaves for your entry? And you could have a rack of buy limits down here and never get filled and be like, you know, I'm not making any money at this. So the fear of missing out needs to be dealt with. And you're not going to put in trade plans like that, are you? Maybe you are. If you're really afraid of risk, start off really, you know what, here, to the guy that's shitting his pants in the United States, put a buy limit down here. Put a stop on it here. Put a take profit on it here. Just walk away. No expiration. I guess you should put an expiration on that. Let's see what happens. You'll say, well, that's just not risky enough. So it's the level of risk, isn't it? I mean, this risk thing is all based on a number that. So if you risk you're afraid to go to the store, you're like, you know, well, some people are afraid to drive the car. They're like, I'm wearing the tires out. That would be the spread and the commission in this game. Okay, you're going to wear the tires out. It's going to cost you money to trade. It's just going to cost you. It's going to cost you time and whatever. If that's a cost for you, your own time. Some people are billing out their own time. I'm worth some. Yeah. I create my own minimum wage in my head. So this box that we're trapped in right now on the euro versus, and there's some news coming out and whatever. But whether you shorted this thing on a scalp for a zillion dollars and you just made $1 million today, because all you did was sell the bid and you can see you got filled, right? What was your risk? You got to stop at 3 pips on that? Unless the spread got wide. And how many pips did you make? 10 pips? With a 3 pip stop? Are those trades out there? They are if you place a limit, because I don't think anybody's pulling the trigger here and getting filled at that tippy top. But here, it's guaranteed. That's a guaranteed fill. If they don't fill you there, okay, well maybe the broker's, maybe it's bad data. But right in here, I mean, this is like not even a pip, 2 pip window. That's risky. Buying down here, it's risky. Okay, now you got, granted, you got like a 4 pip window there. They take out the low of Asia. That's never happened before. They always take out the low of Asia and go up. If they're going up. So where's Asia? Well, the close of the U.S. market right here. They go below it. Rip it up. What do they do before that? They go above it and rip it down. Because these are small. So this top here, you've got your sell limits up there. You can't ride that. You got to get the fuck out down here when you sell here. This is going this way, possibly in the long run, in the trend. But in the meantime, what about all this shit? Is this noise for you or is that money? That's noise for people. They don't get what's going on. They can't see it. Sell limit, sell limit, sell limit. Are you up on that trade right now? Yes. Do you have to sometime get the fuck out? Yes. If you sold here, your logical exit is here. If you sell here, this is all known before the event. If you sell here, you got to get out on something here. If you sell here, you got to get out on something here, and you did. All these targets and stops are that's the whole issue nobody wants to talk about. I'm selling. Yeah, you got to stop in that, or is your account the whole fucking stop? And it is on this one. I'm trading the fucking shit out of this at the market. I am so long this euro. I'm going to buy right more now. The guy that's all worried about the swearing, it's your time to tune out. You know, get the fuck off my lawn with that. You're swearing, and how can anybody take you seriously? Fuck yourself. I'm buying like a fucking whore here. Bring it, you fuckers. Okay. Breakout pullback. It's scalping's over, man. News is coming out here on this currency pair in 2 hours. If they rip it up in the news, I go flat. I'll get out of this thing because it could get really ridiculous. I think to the upside, but I don't have any way to get out. I'm going to see how fast this broker liquidates. But if I go from $5,000 to $15,000, so if I'm at $15,000 here by the time we get to the news, and I think we're going to be pounding out the high here into the news. News comes out, you could start moving in 30 pip swings. I don't want to, on my real money, I don't want to be in during that. I traded into the news. Now, if I was going to trade the news and I had no positions on, I would throw limits in, psychotic iceberg tickets like I did last night, and they're probably still pending here. And I could trade it like that from that standpoint, because then I could make tons of money. Not tons of money, but I can make money during the news. Because I wrote the fucking trade plan. This guy with the I can't do this, This is so hard. We can't trade. There's no volume. Oh my God, the market's open. What are you waiting for, dude? We can't open that coffee shop yet. We can't open our... Why? We don't have the right chairs. Dude, nobody cares about your fucking chairs. They're here to drink coffee. I had this friend that owned the coffee shop. And being a girl, all she cared about was like, well, does this look pretty? I'm like, the light, they're going to turn your lights off. So the guy would come, ready to turn the lights off, literally, with the truck. And so she would have cash on hand, and she'd try to pay the guy, and the guy's like, I can't take the payment. So drive down to the place and do it, because they're like, it's like, we're not gonna, what is this? Okay, it's not the mafia turning your lights off. So I don't know, you shouldn't be trading. That's my suggestion. This doesn't happen a lot. Can you imagine a trading course where they're like, yeah, you probably shouldn't. You're good. Go home. Wow, that cost $2,000 for this guy's trading course. What does he tell most of the people? You're good. See ya. So what am I going to learn? Yeah, you're not going to make it. That's what they should have. Forget Scientology. We have to have like this thing where people they sign up, they didn't read the fine print, may involve you just leaving the classroom. Yeah, you're too dumb to teach. Sorry. You're risk adverse. Well, I don't want to, this is the way I feel about it. I don't want you to teach me something to get caught in my head. I won't be able to get rid of it. Don't teach me no bad habits there, Buster. This buy low, sell high stuff is just too much, but it is the volatility problem, because look at how this kept racing down here. So this is what this guy, I can imagine what this guy's thinking. So you're telling me I should just buy all the way down here? Like, yeah, I mean, really, if you've got $10,000 in the account and this is going to be a $400 trade, I would say yes, do that trade. But if when the market gets to here, which is low, I was just amazed people miss this stuff. Where are they? What are they thinking? Well, that London breakout screwed me. I bought here, it broke out by 2 pips. I put this is another Albert Brooks, love to death, but put your buy stop above the hot. I mean, this is the kind of stuff people are just getting annihilated on, even though they may be right in the long run. The wrong run, but you buy here on a breakout. Okay, you know what? It's here. You'd made money. What if you did a tight stop? Because you're trading so big, you got to tighten the stop, right? That's another thing. You're trading so big. I'm trading a $3 million position. I got a really tight stop, 10 pips. Oof, what if they take it out? It turns out you were right by 40 pips. Oh, hate that. So, what's the cure? Just come in here. Put a pack of limits in if you don't like the size. Next pullback on the 30-minute chart, pull the trigger. Now maybe you're not awake during this session. Fine. You're not going to make as much money. If you don't have your predetermined exits here on that sell limit, and at this point right here, I mean, they're coming after your entry. They're coming after your stops. If you got stops up here, you can't sell here. Not that this has not happened, and put your target down here and trade one ticket with 2% of your account. Do you even need to back test that to realize how harebrained that shit is? Well, I back tested this new indicator. What are you doing? Next thing you're going to tell me, you bought another foot switch for your guitar rig because, well, sounds better. Dude, the notes you're playing suck. You're out of tune. I mean, this is another thing. If this was, trading was like trying to make money, playing guitar, you show up with all these indicators, all these fucking foot switches. Dude, you can't play anything. You barely think straight. Got the rig, though. So you can buy these giant platforms. You can have 40 screens. You can have fucking 4K curved fucking Samsungs. Are you going to make a better decision about the market? Oh, I can see the market now. All my fancy indicators. It's all red and blue and shit. Yeah, but, I mean, come on, man. You gotta just strip it down to like what it really is. And it's just all this bullshit. Up and down, up and down. Sure, it's going up in the long run. But like I said, this equity swing bullshit, right? Now, if you scalp around your position, if you've got a trade on, say you bought down here, and it's okay, you're going to add on limits here. And maybe you dump the whole thing here because you realize, you know what, that's good money. That's quick money. That's fast money. This is slow money. This is money that you make in 2 hours. You start buying all the way down. People are shitting their pants. You buy more here. Okay, then maybe I didn't point this out to the scared guy. Here, you're going to buy a ton. And here, you're going to buy everything you've ever owned. Right? Why? Because that is going to be the one that makes you money. You're going to go against your feelings. Maybe he's one of these libtards. Oh, I feel like it's going. Yeah. I mean, oh, gosh, really? It's just selling off so hard there. Oh, look at the wicks on that. That's an hour and a half of wicks. Dude, you know that's something going on there. Boom, 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 boom. Holy shit. People are like, yeah, you know what? Oof. You've ever been in these trades? Does anybody trade any real money out there? Yeah, they probably do. They trade fake money? Not enough. You got to trade more demo. You got to be trading this fucking demo just like you practice guitar skills. Come on, people. Well, I wrote an algorithm. I can just sit back and wait for the scanner to give me... What if your scanner doesn't fucking pick up this stuff? This cute little pullback. Oh, yeah, I got to adjust that. What the fuck is the matter with you? You got to adjust? Oh, yeah, some guy talking about the... he thought it was funny about the waiting for your indicators to catch up. Moving average crossover bullshit. Yeah, dude, there ain't no moving average crossover in this entry, okay? This is complete fucking structure stuff. Come on. You cannot see the correlation between these two entries. Sure, this one's got a different dimension. Yes, and that is the problem. This is not 2% of your account. Maybe this is 2% of your account risk, so you can't take this trade, you're telling me? What happened to your brain? I just don't get, like, when you drive in your car, maybe turn off the radio and just think to yourself, I wonder. Yeah, because you got to wonder, why is everybody getting their ass kicked and why are people wanting to trade at a prop firm? Because they don't want to be responsible for these decisions. They want their algo to tell them, oh, look, we're going to buy here. And I've made money for this firm. You're paying desk fees. Are you making any money? You're paying desk fees? I'm paying spread and I'm paying commission. I'm paying for the electricity to run the charts. And I'm paying for my losses is my business. I'm in the business of losing to win. There's nothing I can do about these prices. I always say that when I'm in a losing trade or I'm underwater. There's nothing you can do about this. Nobody wants to hear that. Can't you fix that? Don't you have a better algo? Well, we're back testing one right now. And you see these poor guys. If it's a hobby for you to fantasize about Holy Grails, I got you. But these poor guys in the no-nonsense Discord, almost 10,000 members in there. Almost 1,000 online. And granted, some of these people never traded in their life. It is so much work. I mean, maybe it's not. To me, it's fun, but to people, it's like playing guitar. Oh, like I've been playing guitar for years. I mean, if I wanted to learn a song, I probably could do it. So if I want to learn the trading system, now, are you going to trade? Are you going to play somebody else's song? Or are you going to write your own song? So in this thing, your style of trading, whether you want to scalp it, whether you want to hold some giant fucking position on the monthlies. But that's going to, a lot of people want to scalp because it's like day trading. That's what I want. When I started, I wanted to be a day trader because I wanted that to be income every day. I don't want to be some investor sitting back, 10 years later, look at that gold trade finally worked out. See, that gold trade finally worked out. Dude, you were in that for 8 fucking years in one position. And when you went to the store to liquidate, it turns out there's a 20% spread on gold. What do people think the spread is when they liquidate their gold and everybody's rushing to the market because the zombies are walking around? What do you think the fill's going to be like on that trade? Got almost 2 hours before this big news in Europe, so we could pop above here and be cashing out. I already got my predetermined targets on that other stuff, but the rest of the stuff, and I do pick a number. And this and the nonsense guy had this latest video. Don't pick any goals. What? How about paying the electric bill? That's a goal. So don't have any goals. This year could be. And that's another thing. He's at. You never know. You just don't know. This could be a runner. This could really take off. Look, I'm long from down here, so I bought down here. Why are people having fun? Look where I bought at the bottom. See? Got in down there. And these are 27K down here. I put in just monster tickets down there. Then I bought on the pullback. This is last buy. And I'm going to ride this till we get to 10 grand. And I'm going to dump. How's that? Double the account. Well, it's kind of risky. You trade. Yeah, get 2% of my net worth, right? Whatever this number is for you. And after this trade, yeah, it's over. The week's over. It's all going to start all over again. More bullshit. More of this. More of this to come. What its even higher probability is. More of this. All right? So, there you go. It's going north.